It's time for my show. It's time for my show. This is Jackson, Detroit's money making diva. Listen, grab a paper and a pen. Don't want you to miss a thing. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Hello, Detroit. This is Miss Jackson, Detroit's money making diva, aka Sherry, the boss lady, up and at it, giving you money making tips and money saving tips right here on Comcast 91 WHPR 33. Listen, if you want to watch online, you can go to our website, tvwhpr33.com. That's tvwhpr33.com, or you can download the mobile app if you have a smartphone. We are WHPR 33. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we are bringing you some of Detroit's greatest independent broadcasters that you can find. So again, tvwhpr33.com, Comcast 91, Channel 33 on your regular digital TVs, and we do have a mobile app. And the good news is that if you miss any of your favorite broadcasters, have no fear. On demand is here. All of our shows are archived, so you can watch us on demand when you demand it. All right? All right. I'm hoping that you guys are having an awesome day. It's a beautiful day outside, and I'm just so excited to be here. I want to say hello to those who are tuning in to me by way of Facebook. Listen, if you want to watch me on Facebook sometimes, my name is Sherry, Sherri Jackson Caldwell. That's Sherry Jackson Caldwell. And you can watch me Monday through Friday. I have a radio show on AM 1440 WMKM. You can watch me every morning, 7 a.m. Also, for those of you who are looking for ways to advertise your businesses, you want to call me at 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. Also, I'm available to you to speak at your events, to host your parties, and to MC your programs. So call me today after the show at 248-633-8562. I want to start the show off by acknowledging some of my broadcast angels. What's a broadcast angel? That is someone who has given $20 as a donation to support my broadcast, either on this TV show or on the radio shows. And each broadcast angel gets 3 free announcements per month, either for their businesses, birthday shout outs, you name it. You want to announce your pastor's anniversary programs? This will be a great opportunity for you. So call me again at 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. All right, saying hello to my cousin Trina who's watching. Hello, Sister Holly, and hello, Sister Sherry Stokes. All right, I love Facebook Live. But speaking of Facebook Live, I hate to jump into this because I always give you news you can use. What's going on in our world? What's going on in our nation? What's going on in our backyard? Well, unless you've been living under a rock, there was a live Facebook recording of a man in Cleveland, Ohio, who actually murdered an elderly man. And as far as I know, the manhunt is still on for him. So certainly our thoughts and our prayers go out to the family of the victim. He also professed to have other victims. It has not been confirmed by officials if that actually is true. But watching his confession, it seemed very, very authentic to me. A very intelligent, articulate man, just seems to be in a state of depression. As he said, he snapped. Um, you just never know. A lot of his so-called fraternity brothers have made interviews, and they were saying that they did not see this coming. You just have to be so prayerful. And I tell anyone, life is still a challenge even when you have God in your life, when you know the Lord. If you don't have him at all, there's just no way you can make it. So if you haven't tried God, try God. But I'm telling you, this has just been the most craziest thing ever. In one way, social media is such a wonderful thing, but in other ways, in the wrong hands, it can really be a disaster, and it can be devastating. So again, I do want to say my thoughts and my prayers go out to the family of this elderly man who is a victim of a senseless killing. All right. Getting back to my broadcast angels, I want to encourage you to call Cupcake Cuties for professionally made cupcakes, candy tables, and decorating. Tamika Warman is ready to bring the vision of your event to pass and add a touch of class. So call her today at 586-216-5128. And listen, if you want to get into a brand new Ford Fusion, Miracle Mike has what you need. You can get into a brand new 2017 Ford Fusion for an excellent deal. Even with challenge credit, Miracle Mike gets it done. So call him today at 248-837-0313. That's 248-837-0313. Miracle Mike at Bob Maxey Ford, which is located on Jefferson in the city of Detroit. And if you're ready to work out, I want you to try Studio HD. Personal certified trainer Wayne Redmond is ready to whip you into shape. So call him at 313-478-9658. That's 313-478-9658. And finally, remember W3 Electric Incorporated for your commercial, industrial, and residential electrical needs. W3 is licensed and insured. 313-903-7497. If you go to any of my broadcast angels, be sure to let them know that Sherry the boss lady sent you, and they will give you an excellent deal. All right, I hope you've got your pens and papers handy because I've had some information for you that it may not be directly for you, but someone that you know, someone you love may benefit from it. So always, hey, when I come on, have your pens and your papers ready because you don't want to miss a thing. All right, what's happening in our own backyard is MD Safety wants to certify 1,200 people this year in first aid and CPR training. I especially appeal to the pastors who have nurses in their churches who all they do is hand you a Swanson Funeral Home fan and a Kleenex and some water in an emergency. We, the parishioners, will want to know that someone there knows what to do in case of an emergency while we wait on 911 or on the Lord to do what he has to do. Okay? But all jokes aside, you need to call area code 248-843-3322. That's 248-843-3322. This session is happening on April the 22nd, and you will get certified in first aid training and CPR. Okay? Again, 248-843-3322. And I want to invite you on April the 29th to the Pastors and Community Meeting. This is an awesome meeting that's sponsored by Lisa Wilson. She gets a lot of community leaders together, representatives from the city. She also gets representatives from the veterans. I mean, a wealth of information. Anyone who needs help with utility bills, assistance in any type of housing. It's a plethora of information for you. So I want to invite you to come out on Saturday, April the 29th at 12 o'clock p.m. to the Promised Land Church located at 1000 East State Fair. That's the Promised Land Church located at 1000 East State Fair. This event is absolutely free. So again, if you're not doing anything, hey, definitely shoot your pastor a text message telling him that he needs to be there because they have a lot of resources available that the parishioners could benefit from. So again, that's going to be Saturday, April the 29th. Now I'm going to give you my number, 248-633 8562. That's 248-633-8562. If perhaps some of this information gets by you a little too fast, I want you to call me after the show at 248-633-8562. And I also want to extend the invitation to you if you have been considering becoming an independent broadcaster, either on TV or radio. We have many opportunities available. You can launch your career in TV or radio right here, courtesy of Mr. RJ Watkins and Mr. HT Tyler, who make this station possible. If you don't know, we do have an FM station, 88.1. So if you haven't locked it in on your dials at home or in your cars, 88.1 FM is the voice of Highland Park. Okay? All right, let's keep it moving. I want to get down to some more news that you can use. I came across an article as it relates to what's going on in our city with the foolery with the water department. Yes, in the Detroit Cranes, it was reported earlier this week that the city is scaling back drain fees after an outcry from Detroit businesses and churches. If you don't know, a lot of the churches and businesses have been receiving, I mean, I can't even tell you what kind of bills they're receiving. It's not double, it's triple, it's quadruple, it's ridiculous. So, the Detroit's water department is preparing to scale back this controversial storm water drainage fee after backlash from businesses and churches. So it does look like some of these community meetings are paying off. Folks, you have to stand up for your rights. You just can't take everything laying down. And if you go and if we come together in numbers, we can change things. Um, a lot of these businesses and churches were hit with a hefty $750 per acre monthly charge. The city boards of water commissioners will vote Wednesday to plan to reduce the drainage fee to $125 per acre until July, and then they're going to increase it in phases. I did not know that Gary Brown was over this department right now. He is the department director. I was wondering what happened to him, but there is a plan to help the businesses and the churches deal with these astronomical bills. Um, just to give you an example of some of the things that have been going on, there are some churches who actually gave numbers of where they are as far as Pastor Jennings, the pastor of New Providence Baptist Church, is quoted as saying his water bill went from $650 to $7,500 per month. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the strain on the parishioners of that church? His brother, who is James Jennings of Shield of Faith, formerly known as St. James Baptist Church. A lot of us remember as it's St. James, but it's now called Shield of Faith. On Van Dyke, their bill has racked up to a whopping $65,000. Can you imagine that? So, um, especially with many of us, as we have decreasing memberships and attendance in church, it becomes a burden on the ones who are faithful. So I'm glad to know that something is going to take place. I would encourage you to do your due diligence, stay on top of it. I would encourage you to reach out to your city council persons, whatever district you're in. Find out what district you're in if you don't know, and make those phone calls. Even call your state reps because they need to know the concerns and what's on the hearts and the minds of the people that they have been elected to serve. All right. I'm saying hello to Clifford Hall, Oakland Ave in the house, Ronald Leggett, and I'm asking him to make me a birthday cake May 1st. May 1st, everybody, is my birthday. So, I'm just excited to see another year if the Lord's will. And hello to Silas Cobb, a new independent broadcaster on FM 88.1 right here, WHPR Studios. All right, I'm going to keep it moving. Let's get down to the money making tips and the money saving tips. What's the tip I give you every single week? Tithing. What is tithing? Giving 10% of your earnings back to the Lord. You cannot afford not to tithe, and you can't be God giving. So if you haven't tried tithing, try tithing. All right, I've got some information that I want to share with you for entrepreneurs of all ages. Um, and there's going to be a great event coming up called Detroit Startup Week. And I'm going to be telling you about that. So make sure you've got your pens and papers ready to take down these notes. First and foremost, on Thursday, April the 20th from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock p.m., there's going to be an event entitled Government Contracting 101. You want to know what it takes to become a successful government contractor? Well, this is the opportunity to find out what services and resources are available to small businesses pursuing the government market. And even if you haven't started your business, if you just want to get this information, it's only $45. It's going to be held at the Schoolcraft College in Livonia. You want to call area code 734-462-4438. And have you ever wanted to work at GM? There's going to be an information reception this Thursday, April the 20th at 5:30 p.m. And it's going to be at Northwoods College in Troy. The number to RSVP for this free event is 248-649-5111. That's 248-649-5111. The contact person is Donald Larson. They will have people there discussing how to obtain a bachelor's degree. And if you have your degree, graduate degree, whatever, or if you don't have a degree, they're going to be telling you how to get on the right career path. Certainly, I want to inform you about the young entrepreneurs that are wanted for Detroit's Children's Business Fair. There are only a few weeks left for children to apply to try out their business ideas at the second Detroit Children's Business Fair. I thought this was such a great idea. It's going to be taking place in the streets of Old Detroit inside the Detroit Historical Museum in Midtown on May the 13th, 11 a.m. to 1 o'clock p.m. For more information, go online to DetroitChildren'sBusinessFair.org. That's DetroitChildren'sBusinessFair.org. This is for children ages 6 to 14 years old. And the deadline to apply is May 1st, my birthday. I have to just keep throwing that in. Yeah, but this is a great opportunity if your grandchildren, your child. I think the young lady who started her lemonade company, she got exposure from this opportunity. So this is a great opportunity to come out and to get the young people exposure. All right, let me get down to some job fairs that are coming up. There's always some great job fairs. I want to give you a couple of them before my time runs out on me. But I want to let you know that on April the 17th, Macomb County Schools hiring event, 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at Warren, Michigan. Their administration building is coming up. Also, I want to inform you that there is going to be some job fairs at the Michigan Works Wayne location, and that will be taking place on April the 24th. And if you know someone who is interested in becoming a machine operator, assembler, inspector, those general labor jobs, they're going to be there at Michigan Works Wayne Service Center, April the 24th, 1 to 4 o'clock p.m. And let's give you one more. April the 26th, if you know anyone who wants to be a cable installation technician, on April the 26th, 9 a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m., Goodman Networks is looking for people to install DirecTV satellites. If you don't have any experience, they are willing to give you paid training, and that's going to be 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Goodman Networks, located in Novi, Michigan. All right. And finally, April the 28th is the Michigan Hot Jobs Expo. They're going to have recruiters from over 50 companies, and you name it, they've got it. Every career, every level, entry level, advanced, banking, IT, blue collar labor, you name it, they will be there at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Novi, April the 28th, 9 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. All right, now I want to get to something that I told you I was going to tell you about, the Detroit Startup Week. Now, my first time hearing about it was last last year. I was not able to attend, but I'm going to make it my business to get there because they've got so many great events planned for anyone who is an entrepreneur or contemplating becoming an entrepreneur. This is the opportunity for you. This is an event that's sponsored by Chase for Business. It's going to be held May 22nd through the 26th. That's May the 22nd through the 26th, and it's celebrating Detroit's dynamic entrepreneur community. Startup businesses of every type and stage are invited to over 100 completely free events that are designed to support startup growth and build a stronger business ecosystem in Detroit. Last time they had over 4,000 attendees, so this is a very big deal. They're going to have so many classes available for you. I wanted to let you know that the registration has begun, so you do want to go online, make sure that you can get into the classes that you want to attend. But this event is absolutely free, so please take advantage of it because they're going to have information about funding and event offerings. Um, a lot of keynote presenters and events will be happening. They're going to have a lot of networking opportunities available for you. Of course, Quicken Loans Rock Ventures is a part of this as well. So I'm excited to see how this is going to pan out. The events will take place in many different Detroit venues, including Tech Town Detroit, the Gym Theater, just to name a couple. So you do have to go online to the website to find out exactly where the classes that you want to attend are going to take place. Now, to go online, what you want to do is check out Detroit Startup week.co. That's Detroit actually .startupweek.co. Detroit Startup Week. Generally, if you Google that, you'll find a link that it will take you right to there where you can sign up and register for their events. One event on Saturday, May the 20th, is going to open it up, and it's going to be sponsored by the Small Business Legal Academy of Detroit. And they're going to have a series of hands-on panels designed to provide practical legal and professional information that is necessary for new business owners and entrepreneurs to take their businesses to the next level. And that's going to be at 12 o'clock p.m., just to name one of the classes. They're also going to be having a representative from a new organization called the Madam C.J. Walker Entrepreneurial Institute for Women of Color. That's taking place on May 17th. And this is coming from the Walker's Legacy organization. So that's just a couple of things to let you know what's going to be happening. But again, I encourage you to go to detroit.startupweek.co and register now because you don't want to get locked out. Last year they even had photographers there to give you pictures for your bios and things of that nature. You know, if you were a speaker, they just had a wealth of information. So that's what's going on in our city. I just want to give you my phone number again, area code 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. Again, I am available to you to speak at your events, to host your parties, and to MC your programs. I certainly appreciate each and every one of you who reaches out to me and lets me know that you're watching the show, that you're enjoying the show, that you're benefiting from the show. And certainly, I appreciate those of you who have actually sent me invitations, like the one coming up on April the 29th for the Pastors and Community Leaders session. And again, that's going to be at 12 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, April the 29th at the Promised Land Church located at 1000 East State Fair. Again, if you want your business advertised on my show, call me at 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. I want to encourage you to be blessed, to have a prosperous and productive week. Don't let the devil get you down. I want to certainly thank you for your prayers. that you have been sending for my father. I want to let you know that he is doing much better. I think he's watching me now. So if you're watching, Dad, hi. And I'll be there shortly. And I just want you guys to reach out to me on Facebook. I do have Detroit's Money Making Diva Facebook page. If you want to get on that page, I try to post job tips and things of that nature. Also, when I come back next week, I'm going to be telling you about a collaboration that's coming up that the mayor and Detroit Health Systems have come up with to get residents from Detroit to get in the healthcare industry. I can tell you firsthand that there's just not enough people in that industry. They need people who care. So if you've been thinking about that, you definitely want to tune in next week. I'll be talking about that. I want to encourage you to just go for your dreams. 2017 is going so fast, and a lot of us made resolutions that we haven't even started on. If you want to be a independent broadcaster right here on WHPR 33 Comcast 91, now is the time. I want you to call me at 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. And I'll be more than happy to meet with you and to show you how you can launch your career in television or radio. Again, our radio station is FM 88.1. And we'll be more than happy to take you by the hand. We'll show you how to get started. We'll show you how to do your interviews and how to promote your products and services. If you have a product that you want to promote, this is the place to do it. All right, so 248-633-8562. My time is up, but I'll be back here next Tuesday at 2 right here on Comcast 91. Thank you so much for watching my show. Listen, you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook. That's Detroit's Money Making Diva. And if you want to book me to sing, host your party, MC, or speak at your social or church events, call me at 248-633-8562. That's 248-633-8562. You can also write me or send a donation to support this broadcast. Sherry Jackson, 11,000 West McNichols, Suite 100, Detroit, Michigan, 48221. Thanks again, and have a blessed day.